I couldn't help but notice you have this firearm here in this cup holder here.
Yeah.
I saw this golf cart parked here earlier in the day.
I was right there. I saw
Well,
it.
I actually sat right over here and I watched this golf cart for over 20 minutes and no one came around. You know this?
Out there and got it.
You know this firearm is supposed to be secured at your side?
Not necessarily.
What's your name, sir?
It's Frank Knight.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
What was that? Hey guys, it's Sean. Press the like button, subscribe, share, comment. Always looking forward to dialogue. So David from the Security Guard Command sent me this video. He sent me an email and he thought that I would like the video. He thought that I'd be amused by it. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know where to begin. Okay, we're going to begin by this. First off, whoever supervised this person needs to be demoted. At the very minimum. Demotion. Whoever this person is, and if you're listening to this, whoever you are, please just turn in your equipment. You give responsible gun owners a bad name. You make everyone else who's responsible, you make them all look bad because of the things that you do, the things that you did. Who leaves their gun unattended for 20 minutes? Even for a minute, even for a second. Why is that gun not in a holster? That's where it belongs. It's my understanding, based on other videos that Mike Alvarez made from his channel called Mike Alvarez, that in Florida, that gun has to be in a proper holster. If you're chiming in from California, the Business and Professions Code, neither the Penal Code says where that gun has to be. It has to be in your possession, but unfortunately, that gun being in a cup holster, that would be in your possession. Now, if you're in California, there's something called criminal storage. You can't have a gun in that condition. That would be called criminal storage of a firearm. You can't store it in that manner. If there's children around, then that's a misdemeanor. You can get arrested for that. How irresponsible is this? So if this guard, I'm not even going to call him a security officer because that's not what security officers do. Security officers are professionals. This guy, I can't even consider him as a security guard. There's some things that I want to refer to him as, which would not be proper. But this person is making his gun accessible to dangerous people, to children. And if this is a school situation, whatever post that this person is at, if there's somebody there that's hell-bent on hurting people, that person could just grab that gun and go to town on everybody. And what puzzles me the most, I don't know if you guys seen this, but he has an extended magazine. That's not your 20-round magazine. That's maybe 30 rounds, at least 30 rounds. He has this magazine just in case something happens. That extended magazine, just being in the golf cart, just makes him look more stupider or more idiotic. So this person, you guys can hear the anger in my voice. He should be terminated immediately. There's no retraining of this person. There's no verbal discipline. There's no written reprimand. Automatic termination. If this person is a contract, if this security company is a contract security company and the employees are at will, terminate, automatic termination. That's it. Supervisor, this is well deserving of a demotion. Somebody has to supervise that person. If nobody's supervising that person, the security company needs to check out. If it's a contract security company, if you're the contract security company for this account, please just remove yourself from the account. Because if I find out this person's, the name of the security company, we're going to post you all over the internet. Make sure that you don't get these accounts. If the excuse is, well, I didn't know that this person is carrying a gun in a dangerous manner, well, then you're not doing your job as a security company owner or even the manager of the security company. You're not doing your due diligence. That's not adequate supervision. If something happens, it's going to all fall back on you as the owner of the security company or the manager of the security company, under the premises, under the theory of vicarious liability and the Latin theory of respondit superior. Let the master answer. That's what that means in Latin. Why do we have stupid people like that with guns? I just get so frustrated because I'm a responsible gun owner. I have a safe where I store my weapons. Every place of the house, it's not accessible to my children. I don't go around doing stupid stuff like that. I have a safe all over the place. Even in my vehicle, I have a safe. You can't just break into my vehicle and steal my gun. You have to go through a safe. But for somebody just to store a firearm just like that, that's, jeez. You know what they did when I got sworn in as a police officer in 2002? I did something stupid. I left my gun unattended inside of my locker. My locker wasn't secured. It was cracked open so I could go in and out of it while I take a shower. Those of you who've been in the military or law enforcement already knows what's going to happen to my gun. Or you guys already knew what happened to my gun. I come back and my gun is in pieces. The department armorer tore that thing up into pieces, scattered all over the bench. And what do they say to me? Hey, we have a hot call for service. We have a shooting in progress. I already knew that there was no shooting in progress call. I just knew that they wanted to see me panic. And put my gun back together. And because it was taken apart in that manner, I couldn't just, and I'm not an armorer, and I wasn't trained on how to put that thing back together the way it should be. I just looked like a dumbass, but I learned a lesson. And I'm lucky that I didn't do that in public. I learned something that day. Now, should I be fired? Should I have been fired as a law enforcement officer in 2002 for something like that? You be the judge of that. It was in my locker. My locker was closed. It just wasn't locked. I know in various branches of the military, you leave a locker in that fashion, they're going to throw the drill instructor's going to throw everything out of your locker. You guys already know what happens. But I learned an important lesson that day. But my actions were not so outrageous like this guy. I mean, out in public, leaving your gun unattended. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think should happen to this security guard? Not even a security guard, this idiot. What do you think should happen? Do you think the supervisor should be held accountable? If you're an owner of a security company, what would you do in that circumstance? Would you retrain this employee? Would you write him up? What would you do? Let's just say, for example, if you work with this guy, what would you want your employer to do to this person? I'm looking forward to the discussion. You guys all take care, and please be safe.